Hey guys, Strike here, and welcome back to Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. I never know which fucking order to say those things in. It's such a clunky fucking title now that you've actually got, like, the sequels involved and everything. But we're here. I'm very excited. It's been a few days, and I don't know how I've been able to keep myself away for so long. You might have already seen, like, some of the VOD to start off this session. I don't know, because I'm a pretty funny guy, and I don't really want to leave any of that out. But we have gone back a little bit of a way, because it turns out that I was such a disaster by the end of last session that... Hello? Krogan? Okay. I remember talking to these guys. I was such a disaster by the end of last session that I saved in the slot where I did not please the prostitute. And I mean, I am getting what I fucking want from that lady no matter what, right? Okay, that sounds really, really horrible. I'm gonna do it in the nice way. I'm not gonna do it in the angry way. What the hell is going on with you? Is this how they urinate? Do they just lift up a leg like fucking He's got fucking roller skates. Is this how the Krogans charge into fucking battle? I love him. Where's he going? I really hope Rex has learned this man's fucking ways when we finally get him. I didn't think I could love the Krogan more, but man, I can see why we stopped you all breeding. Jesus, imagine like thousands of little children doing that. Charging down the fucking roads. Having to force that off your goddamn lawn. There's no way. I've already got the armored war clitoris. They don't need more technology. I thought that was just a dude at the bar I could talk to, but it's fucking Kaiden. Ugh. It's gonna pour tarmac in your asshole so graceful. And that's something we were talking about before the VOD, so I'm so sorry if I forget to include that. You will never know the true glory of all of chat's arseholes. Unlike my typing
Hello there.
skills.
Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
I do indeed want many good supplies. I really like how our shepherd looks, by the way. He doesn't look great, but it's a decent recreation of my boy. We don't have any non-humans yet, right? So what the fuck's the point in that? Give me standard. So I will just stare deep into your fucking soul with my piercing spear eyes until you know exactly what the fuck I want. Medigel upgrade. Man, I need to find... Wow, that's really expensive. Anus. The anus worthy of having the at the start of it. I don't know why this is the coolest anus in the world, but I feel like we need a license. And you get to control it as well. Is it like RC? What can you even do with that? RC. I'm really funny, guys. Grenade upgrade I can't afford, and it's only really the capacity anyway, so that doesn't matter a whole lot to me. Oh, the Warlord Heavy Armor! I know which lovely boy is eventually gonna get that, except no, because this is only, this is human only, right? What have we got in the non-human stuff? Light armor for a Quarian, medium armor for a Krogan. What? Krogan only wants medium armor? I guess you don't really want to weigh down your Heelys? If you're flying across the fucking dance floor like that. I don't know how much a Healy can take, but Krogans, I didn't realize they were so short. I think in, like, subsequent entries, Krogans get at least, like, 1.5 times the height of Shepard. Because I don't feel very intimidated next to them. Maybe this is one of their kids. Maybe this was the last one they were allowed to breed for. I expected more from Moorland. I get the feeling we're going to be able to, like, ruin his business down the line or something, because they named him. He's not just Shopkeep or whatever. Oh my fucking shit. How did I get to Cora's Den last time without running into the legendary Conrad Werner?
Wow, it's you.
And they've changed. Oh, it's the original voice as well. They change it in subsequent entries, and he's so much more of a bitch here. I miss him. Spanish
hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Seasoned with all the right spices. Bringing new meaning to tapas. Anyway. The pleasure's all mine. I mean, he's just really creepy, right? I mean, blatant stalker, but maybe if I'm just so very uninteresting to him, he'll leave me the fuck alone, so... Pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you.
As long as you pleasure
and
me,
you
so
are...
get to work.
My name is Conrad.
It's the wrong kind of handshake.
They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I don't think that's true. I don't think, like, back in 2006 or 7, whenever Mass Effect 1 came out, I don't think the technology was there to have 100 enemies in a whole game. I'm not particularly sure what you've heard, my friend, but you're an idiot. Really. Leave me alone, I just tried to help. I don't want to treat you nice, but it's probably for the best right now.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
As long as I get to see my signature. I want to see how you can make Strike Shepherd look elegant. I suppose, no problem. What? No! Why? I mean, come on. Look at that face, dude. You're not gonna get famous in life in any other fucking way. We gotta embrace this shit. No problem.
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
How are you so pathetic? You're such a, you actually look kind of decent. I don't know if it's only in the Legendary Edition that they kind of tried to make Conrad have none of the cons and all of the rad. Cool, not radish. Dude, have some personality. You've earned it with a face like that. Why does he seem the kind to keep a shepherd figurine in a like a little homunculus? Like a little baby shepherd that he can have his way with? In the okay way, not in the sex way. I don't know what you can do to such a tiny little creature. Upload it to the database. That hasn't done anything to the codex just yet. I can hang out with this random vote. Why?
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
That is not the voice of a Volus. That's just Jim from accounting with like the Darth Vader filter over it. Just best place to buy upgrades. What the fuck was that about? It's not what they're meant to sound like.
Hello, Earth
Expat,
Clan.
where are you from?
No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Please tell me you know the significance of the jar. Is this a one man, one jar situation? Is the shepherd gonna get like a very good look at his strawberry alleyway? What's going on, Jamie? I don't know the significance of the jar. I don't know how good of a look that shepherd will even be able to get unless he's got like such a well-trained sphincter that he can unscrew the lid of the jar while it's deep within him. That or it just smashes. Once again, you'd need a very powerful sphincter. Does the sphincter break or does the glass? War never changes. What's he asking me? We've been needing supplies. Tell me about your colon and your knees.
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh,
Not telling you in this chat. Okay.
I assume
It's my chat, Jamie. Please do feel
doesn't
free.
matter. Pharaohs? Novaria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon.
The only planets available in the first game? What a
But
surprise.
it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
It's not true, actually, is it? There's tons of planets you can visit in the first game. Just half of them don't matter. Tell me about Novaria.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
The corporate capital of the Attican
You
Traverse.
innocent man.
Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
When have I ever given off innocent vibes during my entire existence, Jamie? Like, you know me. Like, even pre-stream, I don't think I have an ounce of innocence left, and I'm not sure I have since I was like 3. Alright, Pharaohs.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world.
By the age of
Buildings
6,
slowly
I
to the surface.
200 jars
The
of my
humans aren't
own.
the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I
And
haven't heard
through
from my contact on
completely
that planet for
unrelated,
some time.
alleged circumstance, 200
well,
consecutive
I'm
life
sure he's
sentences.
fine.
No parole, I'm stuck in study hall. I'm the thing getting studied, mostly vivisected, for science purposes, but they eat the remains. And when they say study, it's more of a telescope being put where a telescope should never be. I don't know what they can see in there, but my tapeworm says hi. He's not being rude, he'd wave if he had the limbo faculties, but he is no more than oblong. Let me see your goods. Get
Show me what
naked,
you
take
got.
off the suit.
Most excellent.
Oh no,
I am
200.
sure you will find something pleasing.
His lack of his knowledge for men's love of mason jars. Is this not a one-man, one-jar situation? Like, what do we... Elkos Combine. Absolutely. There's not a whole lot I can do with that. I was gonna try and do a big funny, but what the hell is an LCOS combine? Every time you combine, it costs you an elk, I guess. That is the law of equivalent exchange. The recipe for a guy is water, 30 liters, carbon, some, elks, 46, and then like all the rest, get some skin, some ice, or wherever you need. You know, the elk can't do everything for you. He's mostly the referee. He's there to deliberate.
I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive.
Anime voice.
Can't tell one Turian from another.
I love how bitchy and sarcastic they all are, even though their voice is all the way down here.
What? No,
They all sound so fucking badass, but they're all just, they could be in Mean Girls.
But what do you?
Can't help you.
When is BioWare making Turian Mean Girls, by the way? That is such an untapped market. The whole world wants it. Even though, like, a very small amount of the world knows what fucking Turians are. But it'd sell. Trust me, look at them. They're too fucking pretty not to. And I love, like, their cocksock hats. Like, what is this? Why do the civilian Turians dress like this? They should all be armored up like fuck, because, like, their bodies are basically armor anyway. Any Turian, no matter what, could slaughter an entire army if he wanted to. Where the hell am I? Where am I going? I somehow made my way to the stores. The upper market. I didn't want to be here, but I guess I'm not complaining. They put the figurine in the jar, and then they drown it. Remember the tender loving care of many men repairing their figurines with hot glue. Scott, I hate you. They drown it in exactly what you'd think they'd drown it in. How many days does that take? Because you have to be a very impressive man to have, like, an entire mason jar's worth of spunk in a single load, right? In fact, that doesn't sound very healthy. Like, I feel like you're gonna end up looking like the inside of a Dalek as soon as you burst that amount free in one go. Like, you're gonna be working on that for a good couple weeks, right? Maybe even more, depending on, how pathetic you are. No, depending on just how much you're spunking. So, does it curdle? What happens there? At some point, it's bound to become a solid, right? Unless you're refrigerating it. Please, tell me... Let's delve into the mechanics of drowning plastic men in spunk. Honestly, seems like something you would make up and you've never heard of it. Fuck you, Horcrux. Impressive is a word I wouldn't quite use. I cannot fathom the smell. To fill it, I would say months. Persistent, maybe. It depends, right? Because someone this dedicated is going to do it at least 5 times a day. With diminishing returns, of course. Or diminishing, it's not returns, it's not coming back to you. You're not reabsorbing that. Although, fuck me, that would be impressive. Imagine you just dip it back in at the end and just use your cock as a straw. I mean, if you got a big date night coming, that's one way to get rid of it. And recycle. And recycling is good for everyone. I remember running into Emily once. We have been here. Oh my god, I'm redoing so much here. I'm sorry, I was such a disaster by the end of last session.
I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
You absolutely could, because in the first game, you're really fucking sweet. And Shepard doesn't have the opportunity to punch you.
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but places
Slur!
I can't go.
Incredible.
I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
And how investigations are linked. What? That's not a sentence. What are you talking about, Shepard?
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You reckon they eat lots of pineapple to ensure their figurines only get the best? I mean, you'd hope so, right? Especially if it's a little homunculus. Like, if they've actually... This is the future. This is Mass Effect, right? Like, you don't need figurines anymore. Whatever you get, it's some kind of Black Mirror horrible experiment. It's alive in there. So if you're gonna drown it, if you're gonna let it bathe in your hot, sticky man gunk, you're gonna want to treat it right. Yeah? It's like the equivalent of having a... What the hell is going on in there? Hold on. I'm sure someone's done that and posted it to the internet. What, using their cock as a straw? This is getting worse and worse. I was going to advertise your stream in the big server, and this started. I'm not subjecting the women to that. Why not? I'm sure they'd be just as interested as all of us. You're interested in it. You started this, or you and Jamie started this. You absolute monsters. If they come in and they see this, then I'm blaming you entirely. This is all your fault. Why me?
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
I mean, I guess so, but why does everyone know about Akuz? I guess this is why people are supposed to come to me. I guess I survived the most intense fucking battle of a very, very long time, but I didn't save anyone. All I really, it sounds like, from the description, I witnessed horrible things. I hid in a closet somewhere, shivering and pissing and shitting all over the walls, and then someone came along and rescued me. So, like, I survived, yeah, but I'm broken and pathetic. Hold me.
How do you know
with
I'm
your
investigating
breasts,
anything here on the
Asian lady.
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
I mean, is this really the biggest story you got? I know I'm a war hero and everything, but what's really gonna make the headlines here? Conrad and his cockstraw. And I'm involved too. I need to stop that. There's a tiny little me drowning in that shit, as delicious as it may be. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they've got pineapples on the Citadel. Is there some kind of horrible Solarian equivalent? In the Mass Effect world, from all you know about it so far, what do you think you can ingest to make your spunk taste nice? Consider it done.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
I was just informing you of the connotations of 200 jars, you Phil. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That probably did need to happen, huh? Where's Emily gone? Does she just periodically show up every time I come to the Citadel now? Or is it an Andromeda situation where she comes on the Normandy with you? Actually, who did that? That's not Andromeda, that's... Is it Mass Effect 3 where she does that? It's not much of a spoiler, she's a news lady. Like, she doesn't matter to anyone. Trying to think, no, I just came from here, right? The map's really confusing in the first game. We definitely just came from the upper markets. I don't want to leave behind any amount of dialogue, any amount of story, any amount of conversation. It's all fucking mine. That takes us to Flux. I believe Flux is the nightclub? Maybe? That takes us to the lower markets. Citadel Rapid, Expat Store. To the lower wards. So, this is like the sad place for sad people. With absolutely no fucking money. But it's like, for where you've got at least a $5 and maybe like a corner and a sad, pissy cardboard box to sleep in. But down below even fucking further, that's where all the murder happens. That's where Fist's Den is. Oh! Is this not the alleyway? This is the alleyway. Everything is connected and it's so fucking confusing. Give me that keeper because someone pays me $30 every time we do it. What's going on? I definitely started this. I think Ben was actually singing about the cockstraw? What? What? In what situation was Ben singing about the cockstraw? Which of his beautiful, lovely masterpieces does he ever mention sucking up fluids through his own genitals? Reabsorbing, recycling. Rivers in your mouth, maybe? Evergreen? Oh, I really hope he hasn't named it Esmeralda. Oats in the water? Motherfucker was trying to make porridge out of it. The wolves, or maybe the black flies, come to scavenge. 7 bottles! He's moved on from jars. It's harder to escape the tiny little neck. Small things. All is now harmed. Aw. Keep your head up makes sense. I mean, otherwise you're gonna have to punch in air holes in a liquid, and that's kind of difficult to do, really. Oh, I get what you filth kegs are going on about. Fucking you are the boat that breached in the tale of Conrad. I don't think Conrad can breach shit, and that's why he's got the, it's probably why he's got the jar in the first place. The wife and kids, they're all a sham. They're all made out of various jam containers. Really disappointed no one wants to tell me how terrible their space life was growing up in the space slum. Eating space slime out of the... Michelle! Or Michel. I don't know. The equivalent of space French. I remember you. I like you, I think, probably. Fire containment system. I mean, I like you so much that I'm going to ignore you for as long as I can and steal all your shit. Guide and Ashley. No, there's nothing real. Actually, what does Ashley have to say about the wards? Because you're a bitch to almost everything, but do you like the poor?
You can keep the Presidium. This is where the action is.
She fucking loves it. All the action of starving homeless people bleeding out on the sidewalk. Fucking exciting stuff. This is like space NASCAR for them.
I'm Dr. Claude Michel. Is there something I can do for you?
Ben cocking about the sing straw Boppus is good too. So Jorbis is that what the Yanks call Boris Johnson? Or our Lord and Savior Boppus? Incredible. Conrad got breached. That makes sense. But also he has kids. Were they like... Maybe they were made in jars. Who knows? Maybe that's how they do it these days. Maybe it's much more acceptable. Maybe scientists saw these terrifying assholes on the internet and was just, maybe there's something to this. And then, you know, that's how humanity thrived. That's why we were accepted into the space age. Thank you, semen-based torturers. The pinnacle of human achievement. I need supply. Personal question.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me.
Oh, she
here
looks
when
really
I was
good in
young.
the remaster.
My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose
She used
to
to have
keep
like
the
a really
medical tradition
milky
alive,
looking
but
face.
not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Wait, but I swear we can do things with you.
You're a doctor.
Not fuck.
How did you
She's
end
one
up
of the
here on
few
the
people
Citadel?
you can't fuck.
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance.
You just said this,
I
didn't you?
chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea
I
of
feel
fun.
like there's something we can do here.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Huh. Now, keep in mind that when I played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, I had them incredibly fucking... I know it's how you make test tube babies, but maybe the jar is a nice, happy, much warmer area. I don't know, there's more space. The fetus can hang out, have some friends over. Oh. Fuck it, we're moving on. First aid effect. It's only 70. Oh, it's an upgrade though, so like when we upgrade our armor, it's gonna go away. Oh, but it is health regen. How does that cost 70? And then like 0.5 extra per second costs 700. What are the economy makes no fucking sense. I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. But yeah, keep in mind that when I was playing Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, I had really heavily modded versions where cut quests, all forms of cut content was like added back in. So there will be some people that I feel have like really important interactions with that I just won't be able to talk about in the remaster. And it might lead to me having the opinion that the remaster is probably still not the best way to play these games. But right now, I don't know, I just feel so happy to be back. No, you're the fucking doctor. I get on one of my little speed bikes. To be clear, I was talking about the cockstraw breaching. Cockstraw breaching is not how you make test tube babies. I really hope, or I have misunderstood many fucking things. Thank fuck, I despise all forms of children, and will never need to do that anyway. Where can you take me? You can take us straight to Cora's Den. I think I'll have us go back to the markets, though, because I think I missed out on, some poor people shopping. Let's do some thrifting. Like, what's that guy called? Is it Macklemore? Like, the great prophet of 2010 Macklemore. There's always that's what they that's the philosophy we go by now, and I hate myself. Where are we going? We need to go this way. That was exceptionally British, wasn't it, when I said how do you pronounce Macklemore in a not that's it. That's how you do it. Right, I'm gonna never ever think about that man ever again in my entire life now. It's probably the first time I ever have anyway. Yes, I know, other side of the... Whoa! What? What the fuck do you want? I'm using the worst gun I have. I don't think we've been to Cora's Den yet. I also feel really fucking bad about killing Turians. I still love you. I'm sorry. Garrus, don't be mad. This could be like his uncle. Although don't Turians fuck like rabbits? Aren't they like really, really expansionist and everything? Expansionist because they dare to have children on my watch. How dare you? I haven't used lift yet, but no. Aim at this motherfucker. They got me. No. Where's the last save? I used fast travel, so that should have quick saved. Please, holy fucking shit, I'm not going back that far. Am I?